Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Beth, and this is part 2 of my What Will I Choose series for the Winter 2025 FabFitFun box. So I've already uploaded part 1, in which I talk about categories or customizations 4, 5, and 6. So in this video, I will talk about customizations 1, 2, and 3. So if all goes according to plan, I will upload this video on Sunday, October 19th, and the add-on store will open for annual members the next Thursday, whatever that is, and then that Friday, that customization window for annual members will open. But FabFitFun has posted the dates and everything on their Instagram if you want to double check. And since I uploaded my last video, or filmed it rather, they did reveal the cost of additional choices, so I'll quickly go over those. So for customization 6, so that was the one where I said I would probably get the Wander Beauty lipstick. The additional choices will be $13. I'll mention now that I might get the puzzle as well as a white elephant gift, which I kind of talked about. So that was customization 6. Customization 5, the additional choices are $11. So that is where I talked about the Briogeo dry shampoo, the candle snuffer, which I will come back to, and the unhide socks. Customization 4, the additional choice pricing is $11, and that is where I talked about the Great Plate for garlic, the NARS powder blushes, and the House Labs lip glazes. They also added one additional item, which I don't think I will pick. It's an ashwagandha supplement, but I'll have that item linked in the part 1 of this series so that if you wanted to read up about it, you can check that out. So I think that's it. If you want to hear my thoughts on the customization options for 6, 5, and 4, again, I'll have that video linked for you down below. So I think that is it. So let me scoot over here. So for customization 3, the cost of additional choices is $14. We don't have the swap for credit amount yet. The first item here is the One Size Ultimate Blurring Setting Powder, full-sized, in Ultra Pink or Ultra Peach. So that has a $36 value. It says, lock in your look and blur imperfections with this award-winning setting powder. Its weightless, soft focus formula, powered by performance microspheres, instantly diffuses light to create an effortless photo-ready finish. Not only does it deliver 24-hour shine control and up to 12 hours of sweat-proof wear, but it's also vegan and cruelty-free. Choose Ultra Pink to brighten and cool your complexion, or Ultra Peach to warm and illuminate your skin for a flawless, long-lasting glow. So, this is a loose powder. It is vegan, cruelty-free, paraben-free, and gluten-free. You get 1.2 ounces, and it does contain talc, so I know that is kind of a sticking point for some people. They specify that it is asbestos-free with a little asterisk. So just to be clear, no one is intentionally putting asbestos in their loose powder. That would be crazy. It's an issue with how talc is mined and kind of supply chains and that kind of thing. It can become contaminated. So I'm just curious. Yeah, so the asterisk on the ingredient list, it says the talc used maintains the integrity of product performance, is asbestos-free, and of the highest quality. So, I mean, good for them that they're making that kind of representation. So I personally am not overly concerned about the risk of contamination, but if you are and you prefer not to use talc, then just wanted to point that out to you. I will probably pick the pink color, I'm thinking. So I do have dry skin, and I don't typically gravitate towards loose powder, but that is the item that calls to me the most. That is US only. I don't know if that's because of the talc or because of some kind of marketing restrictions, but in any case, I will probably pick that one. Next up, we have the Kayla Gray Scent Stones set in Cozy, has a $48 value. It says, elevate your space with a touch of effortless style and a warm, cozy scent. This chic fragrance stone and its accompanying oil a decadent blend of sweet vanilla, patchouli, musk, and tonka bean. Infuse any room with a comforting and lasting aroma. Perfect for your desk, nightstand, or car, each set arrives in a sleek black box ready to gift or keep for yourself. So you get half an ounce of the fragrance oil, and I think you just drop some of the oil onto the stone to let it kind of evaporate. The stone itself is 2 by 2 by 1 inches. And yeah, you apply like 10 drops of the oil at a time, and you can use more for a stronger scent. So the scent itself sounds really nice. I do like vanilla, patchouli, tonka bean, musk, but I'll probably skip on this. I don't know, can't see myself using it. I would rather burn a candle, I suppose, but it does sound nice. And that one is US and Canada only. I don't know if the fragrance oil is flammable. Could be a possible reason. So that is the next one. So next up we have Skylar Vanilla Sky Eau de Parfum Rollerball. It's a 12 milliliter size and it's a $30 value. It says, it's a vibe, the perfect mix of sweet and warm. This perfume is an instant classic. With notes of comforting vanilla, rich cappuccino, and a hint of caramelized cedar, it's the kind of scent that you'll want to wear every day. Made with clean ingredients, this rollerball is your new must-have. Just toss it in your bag and go. So that is 0.33 ounces, and it is US and Canada only as well, again, probably for the same reason. So I do have a sample of this particular scent, so little Skylar Discovery set here. I'm pretty sure I've smelled this before, but it's been a minute. So I probably won't pick this. I mean, it smells nice if you like a vanilla. So I don't really object to the scent. I just personally don't use or like to use rollerballs, so that for me is kind of a miss. But yeah, it is a nice warm kind of vanilla scent. The coffee is not too pronounced, so if that kind of turns you off, and neither is the cedar. I think the vanilla is really what comes through. So some cedar scents I think are too cedary for me, but yeah, it smells nice. I think if you are a vanilla lover, you'll like it, but it's not anything I feel like I need to have. All right, so let me scoot back over here. Next up, we have the Swell 8-ounce tumbler in Coastal Blue, has a $30 value. It says, sip sustainably. Meet your new go-to tumbler, a sleek and stylish insulated cup that keeps your drinks hot for up to 4 hours and cold for even longer. Complete with a slide-open, splash-proof lid, this Coastal Blue beauty is ready for anything, whether you're heading to the office or just lounging at home. It's the perfect way to make your morning coffee look as good as it tastes. It says zero condensation, so it is dishwasher safe, so that's a huge win. It's made out of food-grade stainless steel, and it is triple layer insulated. So if I didn't already have something like this, I would be tempted, but I have a similar tumbler from Yeti that I use, so I don't think I need this, but I think it's a solid option if you are in need of one. Next up, we have the Favorite Daughter Beanie with Patch, $68 value. It says your winter wardrobe just got an upgrade. We're thrilled to finally bring this member favorite brand created by Sarah and Aaron Foster into the box. This cozy wool blend beanie is the perfect finishing touch to any look. Its neutral color and versatile design make it the effortless accessory you'll reach for all season long. So it's a taupe ivory blend, 8.5 by 9.5 by 1. It says hand wash only and dry flat, and it's made out of 76 polyester, 15% nylon, 6% wool, and 3% spandex. So I'm going to skip on this, although I am kind of tempted to wear it to Thanksgiving. I'm the only daughter, so I guess by default I'm the favorite daughter. But I did just recently get a beanie from Nomad Cosmetics. This is from their Pacific Northwest collection, and it's this nice green color. It has a little patch on it, which no one outside of like the makeup community would probably know what that is. And this is 100% merino wool, but it is really nice and soft. It's probably hand wash only as well. I don't think there's any kind of tag or anything on it, but yeah, I just wanted to present that as, I guess, an alternative 100% wool version, which I think was like half the cost of what this value is, like 30 bucks or something. So there's also different like affiliate codes floating around out there. You can probably get 10% off. So just wanted to mention that. So yeah, I'll be skipping on this one. Next up, we have the Color Wow Dream Coat Supernatural Treatment Spray. Has a $28 value. It says, give your hair that effortless, just left the salon look with this powerful anti-frizz spray. This luxurious, weightless formula protects your blowout from even the most extreme humidity, leaving your strands silky, glossy, and impossibly smooth. The best part, the polished results last for days, all while providing dual-level heat protection to keep your hair healthy and happy. And that is 6.7 fluid ounce or 200 ml. So it says you towel dry and then you divide hair into sections. Spray liberally and evenly on damp, not wet hair. Do not apply other styling products while the hair is wet. You can apply styling products after completing the Dream Coat blow dry, and it requires blow drying with tension to activate. And it says for best results, use every 3 to 4 shampoos. If using a straightening iron, heat should not exceed 380 degrees, and that is US only. So I had a little kind of sample of this that I used. This is 1.7 fluid ounce. I've used this before, but this is a relatively new sample that I got. So I used it with the Air Straight, which is good about having tension with it so that, you know, I was following all the directions. And I think it's okay. Personally, I don't really love the way that it smells. I mean, it doesn't like linger in your hair, I guess, after you're done using it, but yeah, I don't really enjoy the smell of it. And most days I just let my hair air dry anyway, so it's not something I kind of reach for. So I'm going to be skipping on this. I did see that Color Wow was on the GMA Deals site, which is kind of a flash sale site that Good Morning America does. I think I posted it in my Instagram stories, so hopefully if you are a Color Wow fan, you saw that and were able to take advantage. I do really like their 1 minute kind of frizz treatment cream. I use that when I'm wearing my hair either half up or all the way up to kind of tame down all the frizz and flyaways. So I do really like that product from them, but this one is not really my favorite. I know it's really popular and a lot of people love it, but for me it's just not that exciting. So I'm going to be skipping on that one. And so next up we have the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base Moisturizer and Primer, $69 value. It says hydrate and prime in one step. This 2-in-1 moisturizer and primer is packed with a blend of vitamins and skin-loving ingredients like shea butter and hyaluronic acid to instantly plump and soften your skin. The rich yet fast-absorbing oil-free formula leaves your complexion feeling cushioned and smooth, creating the perfect canvas for your makeup or for just a good skin day. So you get 1.69 ounces. It says to massage onto just cleansed skin, avoiding eye area. And I do have another little sample of this that I used today. I think I maybe even took like a B-roll kind of clip. It's very rich, but as you probably know by now, I'm not a big fan of like essential oil type ingredients. So for me it's a pass. I don't like it, and I don't really know why it's so popular. It has like grapefruit peel oil in it, geranium flower oil, limonene, citronellol, geraniol, linalool, etc. So that is going to be a pass for me. I would say if you are interested in a really nice kind of hydrating step for very dry skin, I would point you towards the Make Hydrascape Moisturizing Reverse Emulsion. So this comes in a pump bottle, and I'll do it on my other hand. So it is going to be more of a liquid, and rub that in. So that's normally what I will use with my very dry skin, and I think it is more hydrating. I did reach for, this is the Bobbi Brown, I did reach for kind of my most hydrating or dry skin friendly foundation today, which is the Patrick Ta. So I know it's kind of a cult favorite product at this point, but it's not one that I really enjoy. So I'll be skipping on that one. Next up, we have the Polished Jar Aegean Marble Coasters set of 4, has a $36 value. And that one has the little hourglass that indicates that it is limited in availability. So it says, we made some new friends for your coffee table. This set of 4 marble coasters is here to save your surfaces while looking good. Each one is naturally one of a kind with its own unique marbling in a mix of gray, white, green, and tan. Plus, they're designed with felt feet to protect your furniture. We love them because they're the easiest way to add a little something extra to any space. And they measure about 4.5 inches in diameter, and they're made out of marble. So they are pretty. I do like the color palette here. I guess my issue would just be that I don't think marble really absorbs anything. So if you do have a beverage that has condensation, I don't think it would absorb anything. But it does have, I guess, a little lip on it, so that would help kind of contain any of that. So these are nice. Again, they could make like a good hostess gift, that kind of thing, but I don't think we have any need for them. So I'll be skipping on those. And then the last one for this customization is a luxe choice. So this will cost you an additional $30, and it has to be your first choice. So this is the Foreo UFO Mini in pearl pink. Plus you get a box of 7 Call It a Night sheet masks. So that has a total value, I think, of $149.99. So it says, get the spa treatment without leaving your couch. This smart mask device makes getting radiant, refreshed, and energized skin easy. In just 90 seconds, red light therapy, a gentle T-sonic massage, and soothing heat help boost your glow, fight fatigue, and provide deep hydration. Plus, it comes with a 7-pack of nourishing anti-aging masks, so you can start right away. So, looks like there is an app you can use. So you start with clean, dry skin, and then you remove the mask from the sachet and secure it to your UFO device using the attachment ring. Select your routine, then glide the mask around your face in slow circular motions while the UFO works its magic. Once your treatment is complete, gently pat any remaining mask essence into your skin or remove the excess with a cotton pad. Follow with your favorite moisturizer or continue with the rest of your skincare routine as desired. So the masks themselves do contain fragrance. I mean, they have glycerin in them. I'm looking to see what actual benefit they have. And those are US and Canada only. Probably because of the charging component, I'm guessing. So yeah, I'm gonna skip on this. I do have a little Foreo that I like for cleansing, especially after I've been wearing makeup and that kind of thing. But this is just, I think, a way to heat up a sheet mask, essentially, is kind of the vibe I'm getting. So yeah, I'm gonna skip on this. It's one of those things that you have to keep buying new kind of specific items to make it work. So I'm gonna be skipping on this one, plus the additional cost and everything. I already have a red light therapy mask, so we'll be skipping on that one. Okay, so let's move on to customization 2. So additional choices for this category will be $18. And the first item is the Pericone MD Essential FX Acetyl Glutathione Eyelid Lift Serum, $125 value. It says, think of this Featherlight Serum as a wake-up call for your eyes. Targeting the often overlooked upper eyelid, this revolutionary formula uses the master antioxidant acetyl glutathione and a nourishing blend of flax, chia, and macadamia oils to visibly lift and smooth tired, sagging skin. It's a modern approach to eye care that delivers real results, transforming delicate skin into a firmer, brighter, and more youthful-looking canvas. All the good stuff, none of the bad. That's a matter of opinion, I think. and gentle enough for even the most sensitive skin. So you get 1/2 ounce. And I did want to call out the ingredient here that I mentioned in my last video, which is dimethyl MEA. So I did look into that after the video. So it was the same ingredient that was in the toner, the pore toner. According to Paula's Choice Beautypedia page, it says dimethyl MEA is a controversial ingredient for skin because research has shown conflicting results. It seems to offer an initial benefit that improves skin firmness, but these results are short-lived and eventually give way to destruction of the substances in skin that help keep it firm. So take that as you will. It might be kind of a short-term solution. So I'm going to be skipping on that one. Next up, we have the Polished Jar Lorelei Marble Tray has a $38 value. It says, your countertops deserve to look this good. Meet the ultimate countertop accessory, a stunning marble catch-all that's part art, part everyday hero. This versatile dish adds a touch of sophistication to any space, keeping everything from your go-to spices to keys and jewelry beautifully organized. It's the kind of timeless piece that makes a statement without trying. Perfect for the kitchen, entryway, or vanity. So it's made out of marble and it has both the inside and the outside dimensions. So it looks like it's about 3/4 of an inch high. The inside is about 7.25 inches long. The outside is 8.5 inches long. And then the inside width is 3.5 inches and the outside width is 5 inches. So that's an extra 3/4 of an inch for the lip, I'm guessing. So hopefully that math kind of works out. So I was thinking I was going to pass on this initially, but I think it might pair well with a candle that we'll talk about in a minute here. So that candle, I don't think it has the dimensions on the FabFitFun page, but I think I found it on the website, the Voluspa website, and I think the candle will fit inside the tray. So going back to customization 5 and what I mentioned about the candle snuffer, I'm tempted to get all 3 items because I want to like visualize this for you or test it, but I think you could get the marble tray, put the candle inside, so I think it'll fit inside the lip, and then I think the candle snuffer will kind of fit to the side of it, so I think you'll be able to get the little dome part of the snuffer on the tray, and then the handle might kind of, you know, rest on the ledge kind of thing and maybe hang over a little bit. But I think that would be really cute, and I think all those items together would also make a nice gift for someone, kind of all put together. So I'm kind of tempted to get it just to put that theory to the test, but that would be the way that I would use it. We already have kind of a catch-all for keys, and I would be nervous personally about using this in the kitchen where it could get stained by spices or sauces or whatever else, because I think marble does tend to stain. So yeah, that is a maybe for me, and I did say it would be $18. So we'll see. I mean, I kind of talk a big game when I'm making these videos, but crunch time is really when everything starts to add up and then I have to kind of cut things. So yeah, so that is a maybe. Next up, we have the Jules K Mia bag. Has a $128 value. It says, effortlessly chic and sustainably stylish, this vegan leather crossbody is the only plus one you'll ever need. The sophisticated lizard embossed finish and sleek black trim make a statement, while the structured silhouette and secure turn-lock closure keep all your essentials safe. With an adjustable buckle strap for a perfect fit, this versatile bag transitions flawlessly from a day of errands to a night on the town. So that measures 9 inches wide by, I'm guessing 3.5 inches deep plus 6 inches high. So I'm going to be skipping on that. It doesn't really appeal to me. So I'm not really a bag girl for the most part. So I'm going to be skipping on that one. Next up, we have the Voluspa Noble Fir 6.5 ounces classic candle. Has a $30 value. It says, here's your annual reminder that the holidays are officially here. Everyone's favorite candle is back with a new scent that smells like all the best parts of winter. With notes of noble fir and cedar wood mixed with a little rosemary, cardamom, and amber, this is basically the perfect candle to make your place feel extra cozy. Poured in the US with clean coconut wax and a burn time of 40 hours, the embossed glass jar is also cute enough to keep forever. So it's 6.5 ounces and there are no shipping restrictions, so that's great. So I have a bit of a storied history with Voluspa. I'll say at the outset here that I do have a little sample of this particular candle, and I do really like it. I haven't burned it obviously, but yeah, I think it is a nice kind of pine scent if you're into that, and that's the kind of scent that my husband tends to like. So I'll probably pick this in addition to kind of trying it out with the tray and everything. And I think for the most part, Voluspa candles do burn well. So I have these kind of candles sitting out here for like an empties or whatever. One of my favorite candles from them is the French cad lavender. I forget how to say it, but this is a really great one. So burned all the way down on that one. And the reason I've had some issues is I did purchase their Wicked candles, and the ones that came as a set, these two guys. So this was the Bewitching Banyan Forest, and this is the Perfectly Pink Yuzu. The top to this candle came broken, and I had a bit of an issue with them kind of replacing the set because it was part of a gift set and they wanted to just ship me this candle by itself, and I'm like, there's broken glass in this set, so it's not really the anyway. But other than that kind of minor issue, I've had, I think, pretty good luck with their candles. I think plan to purchase their newest Wicked set. I just haven't done that yet, but they haven't made that same gift set like combination pack available this year, so I'm guessing I wasn't the only one that had that issue. So anyway, that's my little kind of 2 cents on their customer service. But yeah, I do plan to pick this candle. I think the jar is lovely, and I think it will be a really nice kind of festive candle. I do wish that it had a lid, is kind of my only thing, but I think for a candle of this size and this price point, like these candles were, this label's starting to come off. How big were you? 8.5 ounces. And the idea with this was, I think you could make this lid into like a little pedestal. But anyway, so yeah, so I'll probably pick this one. Moving on, we have the Honeydew Intimates PJ top and bottom set in sizes small, medium, medium large, 1X, 2X, and 2X, 3X. So those have a $59 value. It says, our favorite new pajama set is here, and it's a real office obsession. Made from the softest fabric you'll ever feel, this classic set features a long sleeve top with a timeless notch collar and matching pants. It's got that irresistibly soft feel and flawless fit that everyone loves, and with an inclusive size range from small medium to 2X, 3X, we made sure this cozy essential is for everybody. And it does have the size dimensions here, so I'll put those on the screen. It's machine wash cold and tumble dry low, 95% polyester and 5% spandex. So these basically match the underwear that we talked about in a previous category. So if you wanted to be all matchy-matchy, you could. I don't think thongs are particularly comfortable to sleep in, but that's just me. So I like the look of these. I'm not probably going to pick this because I'm not a huge fan of, I guess, polyester in general. Like, I just prefer natural materials. And without feeling the fabric in person, I'm just not quite sure about it and how it would wash. You know, polyester sometimes kind of pills weird, or it kind of almost melts in some cases. So I'll probably skip that one. but they are really cute. Okay, so next up we have the Let Me Grow capsules, $50 value. It says, for hair that feels as good as it looks, meet the game changer. This isn't your average supplement. It's a clinically studied complex designed to help you get thicker, fuller hair in as little as 12 weeks. Powered by a unique blend of Sinatin HNS and bamboo extract, this gentle biotin-free formula fortifies each strand from the inside out. With essential vitamins like C, B6, niacin, and minerals like zinc, it's everything your hair needs to thrive. So one thing to note here, you take 2 capsules daily and you get 60 capsules. So this is basically a month supply, and they're only promising results in 12 weeks. So you would need to take it for like 3 months to see results in theory. And that is US and Canada only, probably because of, you know, drug restrictions across the world. So I'm probably going to skip on this as well. I don't normally go for supplements in these boxes, so if you either take that already or are looking to try something new, then I guess it would get you a month head start. But otherwise, you'd probably have to continue to use it and buy more of it to potentially see any results. And that's, I think, partly due to like the hair growth cycle. You know, it goes through different phases of growing and falling out and that kind of thing. So anyway, I will probably skip on that one. Next up, we have the Riri Q ceramic bowls, set of 3. So that is a $42 value. It says, embrace a perfectly imperfect aesthetic with this versatile stoneware bowl. How many times have they said versatile? I feel like I'm saying that word every description. Its one-of-a-kind reactive glaze creates a mesmerizing landscape of layered tones, while the subtle wavy shape adds a touch of artisan charm to any table. Durable enough for daily use and designed for everything from your morning oats to a late-night pasta, is the kind of piece you'll reach for over and over. Plus, it's microwave and dishwasher safe because a beautiful life should also be an easy one. So it looks like they measure about 5.5 inches in diameter, and they're about 2.5 inches tall. They are dishwasher and microwave safe, made out of stoneware. So I'll probably skip these as well. I don't mind the design, but it doesn't really fit in with the rest of my kind of kitchenware, and it would require some serious kind of reorganization of my cupboard. So I'll be skipping on that one, I think. And then the last one here, the Skin Fix AHA BHA niacinamide exfoliating pads, $50 value. It says, dermatologist approved and designed for a fresh start, these glow pads are the effortless reset your skin craves. A powerful alcohol-free blend of glycolic, lactic, and salicylic acids works to gently resurface, clear pores, and brighten your complexion. Each biodegradable pad is also infused with calming niacinamide, not calming for me, to leave your skin feeling soothed and balanced. Safe and fragrance-free, they're the ultimate multitasker for everything from discoloration and bumps to uneven texture on your face, neck, and body. It's an instant glow up that's good for you and the planet. So you get 60 pads. It does have witch hazel and papain, which I think is a enzyme, like exfoliating enzyme from like the papaya fruit, maybe. So I, as I mentioned, have a pretty strong sensitivity to niacinamide, so I'm going to be skipping on that. But if you don't mind the other ingredients I mentioned, like witch hazel and papain, then you might enjoy those. I like Skin Fix generally, but I don't think that would work for me personally. Alrighty, and the last customization here is customization 1. So additional choices will be $19. I think as far as additional choice pricing goes, it's not terrible. Like 4 and 5 are the lowest. 6 is not bad, it's $13. And then 3 is not bad, that's $14. So really 1 and 2 are $18 and $19. Those are kind of the ones that get up there. The thing that's weird though is that the value of the various items in different categories is not hugely different. Like the first item here has a value of $40, and I think there are other items in different categories that have that value or higher. So I don't know if they place things in certain categories because of the deal they're able to cut with the brand or how much it costs them. I don't really know, but it's not strictly tied to the value, I don't think. Okay, so the first item, like I mentioned, is the In the Roundhouse Coupe Glass set of 2, has a $40 value. It says, serve some serious vintage charm this holiday season with this set of 2 green coupe glasses. Crafted from sleek soda lime glass, these beauties are perfect for everything from sparkling champagne to festive mocktails, adding a touch of old world glamour to every sip. They're a perfect gift for the host with the most, or a stunning addition to your own holiday bar cart. So they measure or can hold 8.5 ounces per glass, and they are dishwasher safe, but they recommend hand washing. So I really like these. I like the look of them, but I don't think for me personally they would be all that practical. Again, just for cupboard space and all that. And I do, although I like these aesthetically, I think I do prefer clear glassware for drinks because I like to see the actual color of the cocktail or the beverage or whatever. So I will probably skip on these. They are very kind of Wicked coated if you are into that, so you could create some fun like Wicked cocktails. I did pre-order. There's a set that Absolute, the vodka brand, is releasing where I think you get a green glass, a pink glass, a bottle, and like a book of recipes that looks like the Grimoire. So hopefully that comes through and I get that. So I don't need these, but they are very cute. So yeah, I'll probably be skipping these. The bottle itself, by the way, you can find in like normal liquor stores. So I found this when we were out shopping the other day and I couldn't resist. So it has this kind of sequin effect where the sequins are green on one side and pink on the other, so you can kind of move them around. And this is, I think, just like a little kind of zippered jacket. It's just a normal vodka. It's not flavored or anything. But they do have recipes for like an Espresso, like an espresso martini, and an Osmopolitan on the Absolute website. So if you are of age and you wanted to check those out, I'll link that for you. But yeah, like I said, I'll probably skip these. Okay, so next up from the same brand, we have a baking dish. This has a $60 value. It says, with a playful bow motif and a bold red hue, this durable baking dish makes every meal feel like a special occasion. Perfect for everything from sweet desserts to savory roasts, its charming stoneware design goes effortlessly from oven to table, ensuring your culinary creations are always the star of the show. So I think it's an 8-inch square dish. The dimensions, it looks like it has handles that kind of hang over the side, so I think it's a square, like an 8-inch square dish, about 2.5 inches tall. It says dishwasher safe, microwave safe, and oven safe. Oven safe up to 500 degrees Fahrenheit. So yeah, again, that just doesn't really do anything for me personally. We don't entertain so much that I need to have anything other than like a standard Pyrex. So I'll be skipping on that one. Next up, we have the Tula Skincare 24/7 Ultra Hydration Triple Hydra. There's a lot of like trademark and copyright little symbols in this. Triple Hydra Complex Day and Night Serum has a $48 value. It says, think of this as a big hydrating gulp for your skin. This moisturizer uses a triple hydra complex to deliver 24-hour hydration, instantly plumping and softening your skin with tiny bursting squalene-infused pearls. Lightweight enough for both morning and night, it's infused with probiotics, collagen, and antioxidants to support your skin's long-term health, making your daily routine feel like a little spa moment. So you get 1 ounce, no restrictions. I will probably pick this. I am very low on the prequel, what are you called? The prequel multi-quench, which is what I am currently using as a like hydrating serum step, and I have gone through many a bottle of that as I showed you in my skincare empties video. I just want to compare the size because Prequel does tend to give you pretty large amounts. Just trying to compare the value here. So the multi-quench is 1.7 fluid ounce or 50 ml for 28. So let's see. I need a notebook. If you have a kid in grade school and they ask why they ever need to learn how to do fractions and that kind of thing, just tell them that they may need to figure out price per ounce or per milliliter at some point in their lives. Okay, so $28, 1.7 or 50. And I'm going off the add-on price, so 19 for 30 mil. That might be slightly easier math. Or 28 divided by 1.7. So I think the Prequel is still cheaper, even if I buy it at full price, and I usually try to stock up. They sell it at Target now too, so they have their own little deals and things going on. So I was gonna pick the Tula, but if the Prequel is cheaper, I might just stick with that and not have to pay more out of pocket at this time for FabFitFun. So I hope that that little experiment was helpful for anyone else who was trying to decide. Okay, so I do like the sound of this. I do really like squalane, and I don't think there are any ingredients in here that cause me concern. There's the sodium hyaluronate, hyaluronic acid. The Prequel product is polyglutamic acid is what they use, plus glycerins. So if you were looking for like a hyaluronic acid alternative, I think the Prequel is really great. But yeah, I would still try the Tula in theory if it were cheaper, but I might end up skipping that one. Okay, so moving on. The next one I'm definitely skipping. So this is the Dr. Dennis Gross Derm Infusions Plump and Repair Lip Treatment, 10 milliliters, and it's a $45 value. It says, meet your new daily go-to for supple, smoother, fuller looking lips. It says, replace your lip filler with this cutting-edge, fast-acting topical alternative that immediately plumps, defines, and restores dry, chapped lips with healing hydration. It's clinically proven to visibly plump with 4 sizes of hyaluronic acid molecules and a volumizing peptide complex, and also harnesses the restorative powers of squalane, bisabolol, and Centella asiatica for fuller, healthier looking lips. So you get 10 milliliters or about 1/3 of an ounce. It is fragrance free, so there's that. It does say here in the how to use, gently press up from the base to dispense your desired amount and apply directly to lips, starting at the fullest part of your lips and staying inside the natural lip border. Do not apply outside of your natural lip line or irritation may occur. Apply product as desired throughout the day. It is common to feel a slight tingle upon first application. So you know how I feel about irritating lip products. This one also has like some lavender extract, that kind of thing, arnica in it. So yeah, I'm gonna be skipping this one, but I know some people really love their plumping lip products. So moving on, no shipping restrictions. Moving on to the next one is the Hive Bubble Blanket in Navy or Cream. Has a $100 value. It says, consider this your invitation to stay in. This plush, bubble textured blanket is the cozy companion your couch has been waiting for. It's the kind of luxurious touch that makes a house a home, perfect for draping over your bed or curling up with on the couch. It's a gift to yourself or someone you really, really like that brings warmth and style to any season. So this measures 60 by 50 inches. It says machine wash cold separately. Do not bleach, line dry, which is the real kind of sticking point, I think. I guess you can dry clean it as well. 100% polyester and no shipping restrictions. I'm gonna skip on this. I think we have more than enough blankets at the moment and we don't really have a good way to line dry anything really. So yeah, I'm gonna skip on this, especially something that large. And the colors don't really do it for me either. So yeah, so I think we're good on blankets. So skipping on that. The next one is really interesting. So this is the Future Society Floating Forest Eau de Parfum, has a $98 value. It says this scent is like a walk through a lost rainforest with an intriguing mix of bergamot and black pepper that settles into serene notes of salted musk and wet stones. It's a clean, calming fragrance that beautifully intensifies with your body's warmth, leaving a lasting impression that's equal parts lush and mysterious. So the top notes are black pepper and bergamot. The mid notes are freesia, water lily, and rose absolute. And the base notes are cedarwood, salted musk, wet stones, papyrus, and driftwood. So you get 1.6 ounces or 50 milliliters. And this is US and Canada only. For, I think, obvious reasons. So I'd never heard of this brand, or at least I had never kind of registered. I think they are sold at Anthropologie, Nordstrom, and Urban Outfitters, as well as their own website. They do, I think, currently have a collaboration with K18, which I thought was really interesting. And it is in this particular scent, the Floating Forest. So if you aren't able to get to any of those stores, or if you're not able to find it in store, try hunting down the K18. I think it's in store at Sephora in a lot of cases. So maybe you can get a whiff of it that way. Or I guess if you already know you love the scent, then you can have both the perfume and the hair product to match. And they do have, I think, a whole like set of these types of fragrances. So they call it the scent surrection, like resurrection, but scent surrection, of different like lost scents. So I was very curious to try this actually. You can get 20% off a full-sized fragrance when you do buy the Scent Surrection Discovery set. So it says, we combine the intelligence of DNA sequencing and the imagination of the world's best perfumers to give new life to 6 extinct flowers that once bloomed across the globe, from the Western Cape of South Africa to Rock Island in the Falls of Ohio. And I think this one in particular, Floating Forest, looks like they also have a body cream and body cleanser and a candle. But getting back to the actual description. So it says it's a cooling aquatic floral inspired by a towering rainforest tree once native to Borneo and lost to logging after 1998. Known for rising over 160 feet into the canopy, it was part of one of the most biodiverse ecosystems on Earth. The fragrance evokes a quiet meditation in scent, green, lush, and serene in a world that moves fast. So yeah, I think this is really kind of fascinating. I did also see, if you're into this kind of thing, I'm kind of a history nerd anyway, but I did also see, if you're into fragrance and all that, there was an article about a perfumer who recreated, here we go. I'll link this for you. It's from the Getty Museum. So perfumer Michael Nordstrand distilled ancient pylos into 2 scents for the Getty Villa Museum, along with archaeologist and Mycenaean perfume expert Cynthia Shelmerdine. Nordstrand will give a hybrid talk, perfume and pylos, recreating a Bronze Age scent at the Getty Villa Museum and online on October 18th. So that's tomorrow my time. So I don't know if they're going to record that and you'll be able to rewatch it, but I think it's fascinating. So it says 9 months of research led them to ingredients like sage, rose, and coriander, which were recorded on Mycenaean linear B tablets. They filtered each batch through sheep's wool, giving the scent a vaguely sweet hay-like tone, alongside a slightly animalic warmth, contributing to the historical accuracy. So you might want to look into that if you find that kind of thing interesting. But going back to this fragrance, yeah, so I think I might pick this one. At first I just kind of glossed over it, but now that I've kind of looked into it a little bit and heard about it, I think I might pick that one. So next up we have the Intentionally Blank Après slipper in size 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10. So that's 5 different sizes, $68 value. It says, ready for all your après adventures. These slippers are the ultimate blend of cozy and chic. With a durable, lightweight EVA sole, they're just as ready for a quick coffee run as they are for a quiet night in. The faux teddy fur lining and upper deliver max warmth, while the versatile design, it means you can pair them with your favorite sweats or a cute dress for effortless everyday comfort. I don't know that we're there as a society right now. Maybe during the pandemic you'd wear a dress with these, but I don't know. Maybe sweats if you're just running out for a coffee. But the sizes are from 6 to 10, size up if in between half sizes, spot clean only. Yeah, even though they might have a like rubber sole, I would still worry about the outer edges of the fur getting kind of dirty. So personally, I would not wear them that way, especially if you want to wear them in your house and that kind of thing. But yeah, I'm going to be skipping on those. I don't really love the color either, so I'll be skipping on those. So the next one is the Goop Glow Microderm Instant Glow Exfoliator, $125 value. It says, say hello to your new skincare ritual. This dual action exfoliator delivers an instant glow, blending the power of physical and chemical exfoliation in a whipped marshmallow-like formula. It's packed with 4 micro-exfoliating minerals and glycolic acid to sweep away dead skin cells, refine pores, and reveal a visibly softer, smoother complexion. So it's cruelty-free. It's 50 milliliters or 1.7 ounces. And to use it, you massage onto clean, damp skin using circular motions. Leave on for up to 3 minutes and then rinse with warm water and pat dry. Use 2 to 3 times per week. So as you would expect, this is chock full of essential oils. So I'm going to be skipping on it. But if you like that kind of thing, if you like a physical exfoliant with a lot of essential oils, then you can support Gwyneth Paltrow. So the last choice here is the Luxe Choice, so an additional $49 here. It's a Fenty bundle. So you get the Fenty Parfum Body Creme and the Eau de Parfum 30 milliliter fragrance, $181 value. I'm pretty sure we already had the Fenty perfume as a Luxe Choice before, but they've added on this body cream and made it a duo. So it says, step out and be seen with a full body fragrance experience that's anything but subtle. This duo combines a whipped body cream, or creme, rich with butters and tropical oils to leave skin luminous and deeply conditioned with an eau de parfum crafted in Grasse, France. It's a rare and captivating floral spicy blend of magnolia, Bulgarian rose, patchouli, and musk, perfectly balancing bold and soft notes. This vegan and cruelty-free set isn't just a scent, it's a statement. So the body creme is 6.7 fluid ounce or 200 ml. The interesting thing about the perfume is that they say it's composed exclusively of middle notes. So it's all heart notes, and the superfine mist radiates beautifully when applied to the center chest. So this is US only. So if you don't know what kind of top, middle, and base notes are, so basically top notes are what you kind of get when you first spray a perfume. Middle notes have a slightly longer life to them, and then the base notes are kind of what's left like hours later when everything else has kind of evaporated. So interesting that they just went for kind of the middle notes. So I do have a sample of this that I got in this Sephora Favorites perfume sampler. This was, I think, from last year. And if you have never seen these or heard about these before, they're a really great deal, especially if you already know of a scent that you want in here, especially if you can get them at like 20% off during the Sephora sale. So I redeemed it already for the Tom Ford Cafe Rose, which was one of the options. But you do get a little pouch with a lot of the samples. So let's pull out, did I take Fenty out is the question. Nope, it's in here. So you do get these little kind of vial on card samples. I will say it's not my favorite. I'm not a big white floral magnolia type person. So if you did choose this before and you went through it, you want to re-up or whatever, especially if you already went through it, you probably know you would appreciate the body cream. I think for me personally, if I hadn't smelled it before, it would be an even harder sell to spend the extra money on a Luxe Choice for both products when, you know, I didn't even know if I liked the scent. Yeah, it's just that white floral kind of irritates the back of my throat or something. So not really my thing, but I know some people really enjoy it. So I think that is it. So depending on, I guess, what Congress decides to do, if I am still furloughed next week, I may film kind of like a customize with me type video. I feel like it's better to kind of under promise and over deliver here. So we'll just see kind of what I feel like doing. But that's going to do it for my FabFitFun Winter 2025 What Will I Choose series. So just to recap this video, I'll probably get the one size powder, the marble tray and the candle, and then the Future Society perfume is what I'm feeling right now. But again, I reserve my right to change my mind if necessary. So let me know what you guys are picking, what has caught your attention for this season. And make sure you like this video and subscribe so you will see all of my future FabFitFun videos. And until next time, I hope you guys are all doing well and staying safe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.